Hello there, everybody, this is General Snivy, and welcome back to more of the Quest 64 playthrough. Last time, we had a bit of a rocky session with the game randomly crashing for no reason. So, alongside that, we also ran into the next boss, which is within this forest right over here. And let me tell you, he is one tough cookie. And hopefully we'll be able to do something about that today. So, with that in mind, let's get things underway. Anyway, the reason why we need to beat up this next boss is not because we want to or we have to. It's more so due to the fact that he is holding the Windstone. And because of that, it's creating a very bad imbalance between the world, or just this entire continent in general is in a ton of trouble. Without the Windstone, there's no wind. And with no wind, you can't really go anywhere now, can ya? No, you really can't. So, hopefully we'll be able to do something about this whole issue today. And hopefully not get completely annihilated. But we'll see. Okay, so level 1 water pillar is also good here. Okay, seriously? Why won't you all just die? I wonder if I'm severely under-leveled here. I did not mean to whack, but whatever. That'll help make things go by a little bit faster. Better. Oof. Gotta say, that was pretty dang scary, if I do say so myself. But again, just gotta get that much stronger. And, like I've mentioned many times before, it will take quite a bit of time before we can reach that point of, when we can just annihilate everyone here. It may take several trips, unfortunately, but hey, again, that's the same with any sort of RPG out there. Sometimes you just have to go around and do some level grinding. Or in this case, with Quest 64, that, grinding? Oh, come on, really? The grinding is just fighting everyone that you can. I really wish I could hit these guys with my staff, but no, I guess they're just too high in the air. Which, that does make sense. So, in order to hit these guys at all, you do need to use spells such as Water Pillar level 2, and I think level 3 also work. Fireball also is a good tactic to use as well. Damn! You also have to pray that you end up not too close to these guys. If they get up close and personal to you, they'll do that steamy ground attack, which just deals a ton of damage. Ouch. Because of the fact that these guys are so high in the air, it does make things a lot more annoying than they should be. Of course I missed. God damn it. Gotta love that camera. Oh, nice. Scoring multiple hits on the enemies is also very ideal. That way you can deal a lot of damage to all enemies at once. At this point in the game, it would be really good if we had the spell Avalanche, which is a Earth-type spell. Although, in order to get that spell, we need to level up Earth a lot. Which is not something that we have at this point in time, unfortunately. There we go. Good God. Another pretty annoying factor with these things, too, is that if they decide to move, they're more than likely going to end up nuking you. Jesus, that was way too close. Let's go with Earth. The reason why I went with Earth was to see if I could possibly get the Avalanche spell, but no, it doesn't look like that's happening. Okay. Anyway, the reason why I ran right there was just because I knew I was going to end up dying if I stuck around. That wasn't too bad, as far as attacks are concerned. Just wish that the large cutter can reach these things, but sadly, it doesn't. Okay. I think whenever these frickin' fairies are gonna appear in battle, I will be trying to escape as much as I can. At least until I can get my magic back. Granted, I do have dewdrops still, but I don't want to waste them, as I know that the boss here is gonna end up kicking my ass. Okay. Oh, hello there. Okay, you're not so bad. I can deal with you. I say that as I get completely smacked. Ow. God, that hurt. Whew! Way too close for comfort. I guess I really am under-leveled when it comes to this place. Perhaps I just got plain lucky when it came to that cave earlier on in the last session. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. Okay, there's the boss. Alright, let's go again. Perhaps this time things will go even better. We'll see. Again, his wind attack really is not that bad. The only real bad attacks are his shockwave-like attack, as well as his melee attack. Which are honestly probably the worst things about him. Again, if I had Avalanche, things would be so much easier. Ow! Okay, so when it does that floating animation, like he floats around as if he was Jesus hanging on a cross, That's when you need to rush forward. That way you can dodge his attack more easily. Though it's not a guarantee that it will, that you will dodge it. Though I feel like it is. Just don't move backwards, though. That's the thing. Don't move backwards. It also gets a little more difficult if he starts heading towards the right. Or the left. Just again, keep in mind, move towards him if, ow! Move towards him if he does that floating animation thing. Otherwise, just try to dodge the rest of his blows as much as possible. I really don't like the fact how the camera just loves to, get stuck in place like this. Jesus, quit doing that, you jerk! Okay. Definitely gonna need to use that. Okay, that's fine. I feel like the wind attack is probably his least powerful attack, though it does use, it does do a lot of stuff. It does come out multiple times, which is rather annoying. But thankfully the damage of the wind attack itself is relatively low, like 3 to 2 damage per hit. Come on, quit it! Quit missing! Ow. I wonder how much more HP this guy has. If you're unsure of your aim, don't be afraid to hold the B button to realign the camera. Just to be sure that you're going to survive the next attack. Okay, that was pretty dumb, but that was on purpose. I did that on purpose. Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad that hit him. So overall, the best strategy, at least if you're following me and just keeping everything balanced rather than trying to max out on water and earth right away, just throw rocks at him over and over again and try to keep your distance as much as possible. There will be times, of course, he'll manage to get up close and personal in your face, which is rather unfortunate. But thankfully, that's not the worst thing ever, though it is his most powerful attack. So keep that in mind. Oh my god, I can't believe I managed to pull that off. Well, that was sweet. And with that, we got ourselves the Wind Jade. The Wind Jade is another mystical stone. It's a green jade, holds great power of the wind spirit. And there's another spirit over here too, so boop. Any new spells? No. Oh, we have a new spell, Ice Wall. Just like with Hot Steam, except it's ice and it could potentially freeze enemies in place. Any other spells? No. And no. Okay. That's fine. Alright. Well, now that we have the Windstone, we can now leave this place. Of course, we can't leave here in peace. That would be too easy. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Oof. I really hate the fact that these orcs can deal so much damage with their, sitting move. Their ground pound, you know what I mean? That, yeah, it's painful. Okay. That should be good for HP for right now. Let's get out of here. Anyway, if you want to know where we are, we're over towards the southernmost part of the continent right now, and of course high CPU usage is going off. Let me try this. I closed out the Streamlabs to see if that will help with the CPU usage issue. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it right now. But anyway, as I was saying, we're in the southernmost part of this continent. Coming here may not necessarily be the best thing to do, but it's honestly a good way to get back to where you were. The bridge is fixed, little one. That means you can reach Normoon easily through the forest. The magician in the woods has gone away. The wind has started to blow again. Great! If you approach those guys any earlier, they'll mention that this bridge that we just came from is broken. So that would be the reason why the gate would not be working. So if you try to go there any sooner, you'll just be stopped. You'll have to backtrack the way you came, all the way back, and then take the long way around through the caving and stuff. Which is rather annoying. And again, the only way to get the gate fixed is to defeat the magician in the forest and get the Wind Jade back. Which is exactly what we managed to do here, which is nice. I'm honestly surprised that we even managed to defeat him that attempt. Especially considering what we had to do just to get out of there. Or even just to get to him in the first place. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Apparently the Orc Juniors can also increase their defenses temporarily. Never really knew they could do that. But alas, it is what it is. Ooh, more fresh bread. Okay, at least I managed to get one of those back, which is nice. Okay. Now, our next destination is Laura Pool. We're going to be heading back there because, believe it or not, our next destination is within the blue cave that's located within that village. Ah, of course. Come on, really? There we go. All done. You may be thinking, why don't I just fly to Laura Pool right now? Well, the thing is, the reason why I choose not to fly is so that way I can work on gaining some additional experience. I need some more experience with magic as well as increasing my defenses, HP. I just need to increase everything because I barely survived the forest to begin with. And as a result, I kind of want to be fully prepared for what comes next. I really hate that these frickin' things, whatever they do, they just slide back every time they attack. Which makes things extremely annoying when trying to attack them with your staff. Okay. You may be wondering now, what is in this mysterious blue cave? Well, we will soon find out when we head there. Of course, we need to go there first and get there alive. There we go. Onward to the next adventure. Okay, one thing worth mentioning, I don't know why I said a couple of times in the same sentence, but whatever. Back to what I was saying. I know I was supposed to stream yesterday. However, Mom and I made plans to go and see a movie, and we were planning on going and seeing The Art of Racing in the Rain. However, Mom was not feeling up to it. So, we ended up staying home for the most part. Due to the cancellation in plans, I was planning on streaming as like a backup. However, I had to do some running around, and I got back relatively late. And as a result, I just didn't have time to stream that day, which was rather unfortunate. But alas, not much I can do about it. While I was out yesterday, not only did I pick up a few things for the house, I also picked up a new wireless charger for the Xbox One controller. As the other one I had, it just was not working right, so I just returned it to Walmart and got my money back. And I then decided to go to GameStop to see if I could find the official Microsoft branded Xbox One controller, or controller, you know, the charger, that. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find said thing, but I did find another one that I hear is supposed to be pretty good, though I did hook it up to the Xbox One and the controller itself. We'll just have to wait and see how the controller works out, if it does. Alright, let's talk to you. I've been expecting you. Release the protective water and open the road to the sacred water Crystal Valley. The cavern entrance will appear after the water has subsided. The cavern is very long and demons numerous, but you must take this route. I have to make sure you are a genuine magician. Epona is waiting in the valley. Alright, please hurry. The water will subside for only a short time. May the spirits watch over you on your way. I think that whole time pressure, time sensitive sort of thing is not really applicable. It's not really applicable at all, as the water is subsided for basically ever. At least until you leave the town. In which case you'll have to re-enter the water place again. Or it just rose back up immediately. Okay then. Okay, so it only stays subsided until you return to like the hotel entrance. And in order to get the water to go back down, you don't have to speak to the water spirit again. You just have to re-enter that room, and that's it. You're good to go. Now, before we head off, there are a few places of interest worth visiting, which is right here. We have another spirit, and there's also another area worth visiting as well. Believe me, this is not completely pointless. I think I could have gotten this earlier, to be honest. Oh well. Okay, no new spells, unfortunately. Okay. Anyway, I believe that's basically all we need to worry about as far as spirits are concerned, at least for the time being. Then again, there may be more and I just didn't realize. Okay then, never mind. Now that we have the water drained, we can now explore this blue cave, which is right over here, right above our heads. That is literally what it's called. Excuse me. It is literally called Blue Cave. Not the most creative name out there, but it's still something. Welcome to the Blue Cave, everyone. This place is literally a maze. Sure, there are a couple of stone tablets indicating where you should go. However, it is worth exploring these other areas first, as you may end up finding some spirits along the way. Anyway, we have crawlers. This is our first set of enemies that we'll find within this place. Crawlers don't have a melee attack per se, but they do have like Water Pillar level 3 up their arsenal. They also move extremely slowly for whatever reason. They also take a lot of hits to take down too. I'm not sure how much HP these guys actually have. And I also don't know if they have any sort of elemental weakness or not. I mean, they are water elemental enemies, so that would make sense if they did have something to that extent. Also, how the hell did that miss twice? Lame. Of course that missed. Good God, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Oof. If anything, this will help at least for a minute. Please kill him. Thank you! Man, I did not want to die there, that's for certain. If you do end up dying in the Blue Cave, you do go back to the place where you previously rested, which in this case is the hotel. And if you have to go back to the hotel, you then have to lower the water level all over again, which is really annoying. Okay. So, another very annoying quirk about this cave is later on, we're going to be encountering some familiar enemies. And if you happen to use a certain spell against those enemies, then the game will crash. Like, it will literally crash. I don't know why that is, but it is the way it is. Anywho, these enemies here are known as multi-optics. They have a lot of eyes. They are a lot like the blood gelatins whom we fought not that long ago, though their homing arrows don't appear to be large in numbers. The only large thing about them is maybe their damage. They have increased damage, but that's about it. Other than that, though, these guys really aren't that bad, though they do tend to appear in groups, which is rather annoying. Thank you. We're dying. Jesus. That took forever. I'm not exactly sure when we'll be able to get our hands on the healing level 2. Probably not for a while. Probably not until we reach level 30 for our water element. I'm not 100% sure on that. But regardless, it is something worth mentioning. Another pretty annoying thing about this place is that, just like with the last cave we explored, also hello, high CPU usage, what the hell? Why is this happening? I don't get it. Okay, that wasn't too bad for a large cutter. Oh, come on. How did that miss? Okay. I'm honestly surprised that it can deal so much damage. Just for the large cutter. Whew. Far too close for comfort. That's for certain. Another pretty useful thing about the wings is that you can use it to warp from town to town relatively quickly. And if you happen to run out of honey bread, then you can use those wings to go back to the town that has the honey bread and just get more honey bread. And then warp back to the other town where you need to go. That's just how useful wings can be. Best of all, you can always get another pair for free. Anywho, we have another new enemy, the Scorpion. Yeah, that is exactly what they are. They're scorpions. They're just like the multi-optic enemy, except they also have that attack. It's like a traveling giant water pillar level 3, except it constantly charges forward. I believe that is their melee attack, so... Oof. And it also tends to deal a lot of damage, too. As far as their regular attack is concerned, it's really not that bad. But their water pillar attack... I'm surprised they don't use that at a distance. Rather, they use the homing arrow attack. I don't know why that is. They're weird. Alright, let's continue our little expedition and exploration. And here's the spirit right here. Perfect. Earth. I think with that we got Earth level 3. Then again, we might have had Earth level 3 for a while. I can't really tell for sure. Okay. Unfortunately, there are no new spells here to speak of. And as you can see, this is basically a dead end. There's not much we can do here other than just go back the way we came. Also, we have another new enemy. This is a mimic. And this guy can attack you from a distance with the water pillar of death that constantly races against the freaking ground. It's a long, drawn-out attack which can be really powerful and really deadly if left unchecked. Okay. Another useful spell that could be helpful here is definitely the return or exit spell. That way it warps you to the entrance of the dungeon. It's useful for if you need to make an escape, or if you want to return from a dead end and just want to return to town or something to that extent. Yeah, it seems like Hot Steam's not that effective against him, which makes sense. But then again, magic is not really all that effective against enemies anyway. Nothing beats a good old whack across the face. That much is certain. With the exception of bosses, as you don't want to be up close and personal against bosses whatsoever, as their melee attacks are often the most dangerous and the most powerful attacks they can unleash on you. Which is really, really annoying. Speaking of annoyance, we have more annoying enemies. Hello, Scorpion. Glad to see that you have returned. God, those things are annoying. Okay. The only real reason why you want to use a spell against the enemies is if A, they're at a distance, or B, you want to try attacking multiple enemies at once to try to be as efficient as possible. Excuse me. Also, dying here may not be a bad idea either, as it will allow me to warp back to the beginning of the dungeon. Well, after, of course, I return to said dungeon. But you get the idea, right? Another level up. Perfect. And more dewdrops. You wouldn't think you would be getting those at this point in the game, but I guess enemies do have a chance to drop those, which does make sense. So like I said, this place is rather annoying to navigate through, as it's very easy to end up getting lost and run into dead ends. Though I think for the most part this place is kind of linear, and a good indicator to figure out where it is you have to go is look for those stones with the arrows on them, as those will guide your way. How is that so freaking close to me? I don't get it. good to see that I am dodging some of these attacks relatively easily. Okay. Now, as far as the movie plans are concerned from yesterday, we do still plan on watching the movie. We still plan on going out to see it. Just, we'll have to wait a little bit longer before we can go and do so. Just saying. Okay. Of course. I think another thing too with the multi-optics is that they are also really fast, and they tend to attack first most of the time. Though that's not always the case for some reason. Oh, come on, really? You know what, whatever, I'm gonna just whack you to death. Okay. There is one more thing worth noting too, and that is I did decide on hooking up my Xbox One to my second monitor. And from what I can tell after doing a practice run of Banjo-Kazooie the other day, it is definitely helping quite a lot. Just due in part with the monitor just having a better response time than my 4K television. Again, this makes perfect sense since 4K televisions are notorious for having high input latency and high display lag. But as long as you play in game mode, you should be fine. And it's not the most noticeable thing ever, but playing on a gaming monitor does help things even more. Especially ones that have like a 1 millisecond gray to gray response time. Okay. Let's see if we can clean this up nice and quickly. Or not. I'm surprised I hit all three of them with that. Whack. Thank you. Alright, let's see what's over here before we continue forward. And it's nothing but a dead end. You would think maybe they would put a spirit there, but no, sadly that's not the case. It's just literally a dead end. I can't really tell what's inside that mimic chest, really. Can any of you guys tell what is inside of those things? Because honestly, I don't have a clue. Oh! Dropped frames have been detected. Oh. Oh dear. Crap. Okay, apparently my connection has officially dropped. Alright, hang on a second, folks. Let me see if I can get this back online. It looks like I lost my connection to the internet. Oh my god, are you freaking serious? This was one reason why I changed from from OBS to XSplit, was to avoid this shit. Alright, let me try to figure this crap out. I don't know what's going on here. Why did my internet just suddenly die? What the frickin' hell? Log in with Twitch Inspector. I'm gonna figure this crap out. Okay, unstable. Let's see. Okay, I may have to restart the stream. So, excuse me for just a few moments so I can figure this crap out. Alright, I think we're back. We're back online, so that's fantastic. Anywho, let's get back to our little adventure now, shall we? So, if you, somehow lost connection to the stream, it's my apologies. I really don't know what the hell happened. It was like the connection just suddenly died for whatever reason. So, I decided to just simply restart the stream in case maybe that will fix the issue. Here's hoping it does. I honestly don't get why that just happened in the first place. It's like the connection just randomly died for no reason. But anyway, let's get back to things now, shall we? As far as missing anything, there was not much of anything that you missed. I just ran into another dead end in the Blue Cave. And I figured maybe there would be a spirit located down there, but turns out that's not the case. Now, when it comes to editing this recording session, it will be divided kind of into two sessions. Speaking of dividing, exporting both of these streams, or more or less highlighting them for archive purposes, it will have to be like a part 1, part 2 kind of ordeal. Because of the way Twitch works, if you happen to go offline and your stream just ends, and then you have to start another one, it doesn't continue from where the previous stream left off. Instead, it creates a whole new archive, which, again, that makes sense. Okay. Thankfully, when it comes to the YouTube version of this, that will not be an issue, as I will be editing both of the streams together into one. As that is the way it should have been in the first place. Again, I don't know why the internet just randomly took a shit, but it did. And that's what annoys me the most, especially when it comes to streaming, is if you're having some internet connectivity issues, it's very difficult to get it back up and running again. Thankfully, I do record my streams locally onto my hard drive on my computer, so that way, if something like this does happen, it's not the end of the world. I can just simply edit the footage together, and whatever was missed online is recorded here on my PC locally. So if you do end up missing something, no worries. The YouTube version will come to save the day later. Kind of surprised I gained one more point of HP there. Damn it, I'm dead. Of course. Dang it! Oh well. Kind of figured something like that was bound to happen sometime or later. Just pushed my luck a little too far there. I'm not sure if Shannon has anything to say here. The ferry boat is broken down and I seem to be stuck here in this town. It seems that an evil force is casting a spell upon the water and the wind. They call this place Larpool. Okay, I think I've already... Yeah. We've already went over that before, so no need to go over it again. Okay. Thankfully, we weren't that far away from the Blue Cave, or that far in. So, even though we did end up dying, we didn't lose that much progress. The main reason why you would want to go forward as opposed to following the sign is so that way you can get the spirit that's in one of the dead ends. That's really about it. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick drink real quick. Ugh. I don't know why my throat is freaking killing me right now. Excuse me. Okay, let's try this again now, shall we? By the way, I don't believe time of day really affects anything when it comes to enemy placement, no matter where you are. Whether you're inside of a cave, a dungeon, whatever. Or even out in the field, nothing really affects enemy placement or what enemies will show up and what will not show up. It's kind of random of what enemies will show up and when. There we go. Alright. That should be good for healing. Let's continue onward now, shall we? Of course. Hello there, Mimic. Okay, so the Mimic looks to be some sort of slug monster. Whatever, he's ugly. He's ugly as sin and needs to be dealt with. Permanently. Come on, really? There we go. Much better. Okay, as far as where we're going to be going to next, at the very end of this blue cave, we'll come across something quite mystical and magical. As far as what that is, you'll have to watch to find out. Although, getting there is going to be another task within itself. Excuse me, as the enemies here are going to be putting up one hell of a fight to try to prevent us from progressing. Thankfully, our trusty old stick of death will get us through. Although we may end up dying a few times along the way, which is rather unfortunate. But again, that's all part of the experience. I mean, not dying would be great. It'd be awesome if I could just get through this without dying anymore, at least so long as I'm exploring here, but we'll see. And again, the B button to bring the camera behind you is essentially your best friend when it comes to this place. Hot Steam. By the way, if you want to know what Hot Steam Level 2 will do, it basically offers better coverage. It covers more area around you in a slightly wider radius, but it does cost more MP to use. But again, it is useful, and it does deal quite a bit of damage. One of the better spells of the game, from what I've noticed here. Come on, really? Of course, I'm gonna die. Whew! Honestly, I think the scorpions are probably the most powerful enemies you'll encounter here. Though I could be wrong, as we aren't really that deep in the cave just yet. But we'll find out soon enough. Eventually we will be able to learn healing level 2, which will make things a lot easier and honestly a lot better. Okay. Hello there, multi-optics. You suck. Go take a nice long dirt nap. Dang it, man. One nice thing is, as you're damaging an enemy, even if it does have a long damage animation, it doesn't mean that it gets another turn to attack you right away. I mean, if you deal enough damage during the damage animation, it'll still die no matter what, which is nice. Let's see. Okay, we do get a new spell, Restriction Level 2. And what that will do is it will restrict multiple enemies at once, though the hit rate of it actually succeeding is rather low. Okay. As far as what is over here, I'm going to guess either a dead end, a spirit, or both. In fact, why don't we try out Restriction Level 2 now? Of course. At least it managed to hit some of the enemies within the group, so that does make things easier. So really, Restriction Level 2 is useful mostly for mobs of enemies, as it can hit multiple enemies at once. Other than that, though, if it's just a single enemy, Restriction Level 2 does not improve your chances of actually hitting the enemy. It just wastes more MP. So again, Restriction Level 2, use it for multiple enemies. Level 1 for just a single enemy. That's it. That's all you really need to know when it comes to that spell in particular. Alright, let's continue this little expedition. And here we have a treasure chest. Okay, so at least it wasn't completely pointless. A nice hero's drink is well needed, especially for something like this. Hello there, scorpions. How y'all doing? You guys suck, by the way. How about you stay in place and let me whack you? Of course. Okay. Well, better to freeze one enemy in place than none. Come on, really? Okay. Even though we're taking a ton of damage from these scorpions here, it does help with our defenses and leveling that up. And how does it do that exactly? Well, it makes it so we take less damage over the course of the game the more hits we take. It is kind of ridiculous how you have to level up your defense that way, but again, that's just the way this game was made. Not a big deal. I honestly don't mind this mechanic. It would be nicer if you could actually equip something like an accessory to do that, but no. Sadly, that's not how it works. Dang it, man! Damn it. Damn it! I hate that shit. Of course, I'm gonna miss at least 5 times in a row. I bet ya. Okay, there we go. Good God. Damn this frickin' spell. I wish it worked a hell of a lot better than it does. Especially considering how high it frickin' costs to use. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna try to make a run for it. Better to live to fight another day than to just fight a pointless battle to, die. I don't even know where I was going with that. Leave and let live. I guess that's where I was going with it. I thought I had more dewdrops, but I guess not. Ugh. God, I hate these frickin' scorpions so much. I feel as though the scorpions are probably the most powerful enemies you'll encounter. Then again, I think I might have brought that up earlier, so if I repeated myself, my apologies. Sometimes I tend to do that. Okay. Great. More scorpions. Yay. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna run. I know it seems kind of counterintuitive that I keep running like this, especially when it comes to the scorpions. But again, the reason why I do it so that way I can continue to work on leveling up my... or work on restoring my magic, rather. I almost said level up my magic, as that's not the truth at all. Not even close. Of course it missed. Honestly, Hot Steam is not a bad move to use here. It has pretty dang good attack power, if I do say so myself. And it's also good with dealing with multiple enemies that are up close and personal in your face. Though it's not as good as whacking a single enemy across the face with your stick. I'm pretty sure it is a staff, though. Regardless, you know what I mean. Alright, onward to the next big thing. After this frickin' minute gets out of my frickin' hair. Okay, what? I didn't think that would reach, but I figure I'd try it anyway. Sometimes it is a pretty good idea to try to pull off something rather crazy. Who knows, you may end up stumbling across something that may actually work out in the long run, and you may even be able to use it again to help you on your way. Alright. Oh, hello there, more frickin' scorpions, of course. Of course that missed. You really shouldn't rely on spells like that. I wish you could. But alas, it is what it is. Come on, really? I wonder how it is that Hot Steam can just outright miss an enemy. Okay. 20 damage from that? Good God. Thankfully, as we continue to increase our defenses, we will take less and less damage from enemy spells and attacks. Though right now, as we're making our way through here, it will deal a lot of damage over the course of the cave. Dang it. Of course. Man, that spell sucks. Okay. I guess the best spell I have up my arsenal right now is definitely Hot Steam. It's great for close quarters combat. But it's not so good with dealing with single enemies. It does use 2 MP though, which is really concerning. Especially considering the fact that I have to heal myself after every battle. Though thankfully these guys were nice enough to give me a frickin' dewdrop. Because I know I sure as hell need this. I know I could consume a hero's drink, but those don't come around very often. And I'd rather preserve the hero's drinks that I have for when I absolutely need them most. Let's see, any new spells? Fireball level 3 is available. So that's nice. Fireball level 3 shoots 3 fireballs all at once. It can target up to 3 enemies in a single use, and we also have Ice Knife. I'm not too sure what that is. If I have to guess, it probably is that one attack that flies into the air and strikes your enemy with ice. In fact, it may not be a bad idea to try it the next encounter I get into. In fact, how about we try it right now? Let's see, what's... Okay, yeah, as I thought, it does that. Okay, so at least, we know what Ice Knife does. Not the most useful spells out there, but it does guarantee that you hit your enemy. Albeit, it does cost 3 MP to use. Oh, come on, really? Okay, there we go. Now that that's done, let's get ready to move on to the next major part of this cave, which, let me tell you, this is a rather dangerous part of the entire experience. Okay, maybe not right here, but coming up very, very shortly, it will be really dangerous. And there's the high CPU usage again. Again, I don't understand why this issue keeps persisting. Why does it keep appearing, no matter what I do? Maybe, again, it just has to do with, maybe it has something to do with my web browser that I'm using. Maybe it's Chrome that eats up CPU usage because of all the different extensions I have active. I really don't know. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. I really have no idea. I'll have to do a little more research in figuring out what doesn't use very much CPU. And maybe just switch to using that for if I have to stream. I'm not too sure. It's something I'm thinking about and trying to figure out and try to fix this issue as soon as possible. Hello there, scorpions. Oh, how I hate your ugly frickin' mugs. Wonder if I can kill both of these guys in one fell swoop. That'd be awesome. Okay. Even taking one down helps tremendously. As it just simply means I can use my staff to finish off the other. So, until we can get our hands on Avalanche, we will be stuck with using Hot Steam. I think that's what it's called. Yep, Hot Steam. Whoa, okay, I just got lightheaded for a second there. Ugh. Must have moved my head a little too fast. Oops. Don't worry, I'm okay. Sometimes that can happen. If you move too fast a certain way, you end up making yourself dizzy. I could damage everyone all at once. Oh yeah. That's what we call efficiency. There we go. There's one down. Just got 2 left, and they're gone. Wow, nice. Definitely worth it. Definitely well worth it. Anywho, down here, we'll find more treasure as well as some enemies guarding it. Fantastic. Why do I even bother with that? Restriction really isn't that good of a spell. I mean, it's good if it hits your enemy. However, the problem is, it has to hit the enemy in order to do anything. Which most of the time it doesn't. Okay. There goes Mr. Jelly there. And you should die momentarily. That is if I don't miss every frickin' whack. Thank you. Alright, what we got inside treasure chest number 1 and number 2? Guess we will find that out right now. Here we have dewdrops, which I could use some of those right now, and healing potion. So a healing potion will restore 150 HP. So that's pretty nice. Definitely a useful item to have, especially at this point in the game, considering how much HP I have for, like, my maximum for the time being. Of course, as we continue to explore and do things within the game, we will get stronger and stronger, and be able to tank more hits as they are coming at us. Okay. I'm surprised that managed to work. Okay. You may be wondering, why is it I'm not using hot steam right here? Well, the thing is, the enemies are not close enough to use the move. And I would only be hitting one enemy, so I might as well just say screw it and just whack the enemies with my staff. As I'm literally close enough to do so. Another level up. Nice. And more dewdrops. Alright, fire is now up to level 17, which is fan-frickin-tastic. I love it. I wonder what it is that we've learned with level 17 fire. Probably nothing much, or anything at all for that matter. Let's see, no. Nothing there. Okay, nothing there. Again, this is fine. I think once the spells get up to level 20, then they'll probably learn something else. Not 100% sure on that. You would think something like this wouldn't miss so easily, but nah. The game just loves to throw curveballs like that at you constantly. Like you're trying oh so desperately to try to use a spell, and it just fails you constantly. Which is annoying as crap. Excuse me. Oh, come on! How did this miss both of them? And again? Okay. There goes one. And there we go. Too close for comfort. That's for sure. Now here, I might consider drinking one of those hero drinks just to restore my MP more quickly. But then again, I think I'll be fine, especially since I restored up to 133 HP. Oh dear. Of course, we got more trouble. Okay. Again, sometimes it's a better idea just to make a run for it than it is to stick around, especially if you're running low on HP. Also, that was bullshit. Okay. Excellent. At least I managed to restore all my HP now, so that's pretty nice. It would also be nice if I didn't get encountered by a bunch of frickin' scorpions. Really? How was that not... Oh, Jesus. I guess that wasn't within the escape barrier. I don't know. Sometimes when you go to escape, you have to make sure that the word escape appears over your head. Otherwise, you'll not actually be able to escape, even though you're clearly outside the battle zone. Okay. Come on, really? Okay, there goes one. One's better than none. Oh, come on! Really? Jesus! That was a pain in the ass. And we still have a ways to go when it comes to this place. This cave is incredibly long. And that's another thing too, and the biggest kicker is if you happen to die deep within this cave, you have to redo the entire thing all over again. And that is absolutely painful. Of course that missed. Right when I needed it most. You know what? Let's just whack everyone to get some more MP back. It is nice that you get 1 MP for every successful hit that you deal against the enemy with your stick. It's almost as if it's sapping one little bit of magic against the enemy each time you manage to hit them. Which, it kind of makes sense. I just wish it would drain more over the course of the game. But sadly, that's not the case. Seriously? I literally just got out of battle. Ugh, that was just ridiculous. Literally took 2 steps and then bam, another encounter. It's almost as annoying as the frickin' the one cave with the Zubats that constantly swarm you with, like, Pokemon Red and Blue. It's that annoying. Really? How did that miss? And how is this first guy not dead yet? There we go. I wish there was also a spell that could increase your accuracy, even if it's temporary. I would love a spell like that. That way you have a better chance of actually using your spell successfully. Damn it! Miss! Okay. Never mind. Did the game just, squeal? Of course. Frickin' lost all the frickin' HP I just gained. I'm so dead. I am so frickin' dead. I don't care. I'm running. I'm making a frickin' run for it. Shouldn't have fought those guys to begin with. But oh well. That was just my fault for being a frickin' dummy. Seems to be thundering outside right now. Hope I don't lose power. Oh, Lord. That would be the worst thing ever. As well as that. Jesus flip. Okay. Thankfully, we are almost out of here. I didn't realize I had another freaking dewdrop. Oh well. Best to use it now. Let's see. Damn it! I was hoping that would have reached him, but no. That just was not the case. Come on, really? Okay. Thankfully, this is just about done. Whack and die. Thank you. I keep hitting the wrong buttons for some reason. Yeah. Best to recover as much magic as I can, especially now since I'm so far into this frickin' cave. Sometimes it's not a bad idea to use a healing item just to restore some HP or even MP. Really. It's one of the best things you can do. Okay. Now, at this point, we still have a little ways to go, as the worst part of this whole cave is just around the bend. First, we have this long, long tunnel, which is wide enough to just be an absolute pain in the butt. Okay. Not only this, but... Okay, how the hell did that miss? It missed multiple enemies all in a row. There we go. Jesus. Again with the high CPU usage. I honestly don't get how this issue keeps appearing. I thought it was as simple as closing some unnecessary programs. And that may end up being the case. However, I don't know what else that I should close. Alright. Welcome to the worst part of this whole cave. Here we have our good old friends, the Skelebats. These guys, they have the power to crash your game. I'm dead serious. They're that dangerous. How exactly? Well, if you happen to use the spell Rock Shower on them, then the game will crash. I am dead serious. It will crash the entire game right then and there. And you'd have to redo the entire thing all over again. Which is absolutely annoying as crap. Thankfully, I think within this whole area, there's nothing but Skelebats that are going to be infesting this place, so it's a good place to go and increase your spell's power, and also get a few whacks in to restore some MP. Plus, they don't deal very much damage anyway. And of course, there was some stuff over there. Navigating through this whole, this section of the cave can be, pretty difficult, as it's pretty easy to end up getting lost. But thankfully, it's not the worst thing ever. By far. There we go. All done with that. Let's move on. What new spells did we get this time? I'm gonna say nothing. Yeah, no new spells, unfortunately. Not yet. Mint leaves. I thought I saw something over there, kind of, okay, it's in the distance. So, as far as... Oh, hello. It's quite a lot of Skelebats. Of course. I was hoping maybe the restriction spell would, freeze them all in place, or at least 3 out of 4. Maybe even 2, but nah. Of course not. Game's not that nice. I wish it was. Heck, I wonder if anyone has the ability to go into the game's code and just adjust some of the values of the spell's properties to modify them to make them more accurate. That'd be awesome. Maybe scale the accuracy with the levels of the spells themselves. That'd also be really great. But nah. Sadly, that's not how it works. More honey bread. Okay, I'll gladly take some more of that. Okay. Water is now level 18, which is sweet. I don't think we have any new spells as of yet. Which, again, that would make some form of sense. Okay. I do like the fact that we're basically just fighting skelebats within this entire area. No other enemies are showing up as of yet, which is a good thing. It's just skelebats all day and night. And that's basically it. Though, as we go deeper within the cave, we will be encountering some old familiar foes once again. As we still have a ways to go before we reach the end. God damn it. Nice. Can't believe I dealt nearly 100 damage to that one skelebat. I guess that just goes to show how weak it is in comparison to myself at this current point in time. Okay. Anything over here of interest? No, it's just a dead end. It's also pretty easy to end up getting yourself lost within this place. And you may accidentally end up going the wrong way. Although it is pretty easy to tell if you do end up going the wrong way. Based on where you've been. If you remember, as we were entering this area, there was like a big slope heading downwards. If we were climbing up that slope, then we would end up going the wrong way. Huh, there's a chest over there. I think I can get to that pretty easily by following this path to the end. I think for the most part, there are some areas where you would end up fighting skelebats, and it's mostly within junctions. Okay. Really? Goodbye. Alright, I think over here will lead us to the treasure chest of which we saw not that long ago. So long as we take the right path to it, that is. And I have a feeling I took the wrong one. Yep. Dang it. Of course. Okay. Thankfully, these skelebats are literally nothing. You can just whack them and kill them instantly. For the most part. Unless you're doing like some sort of minimalist run, in which case they can still be very dangerous. Come on, open it please. Thank you. Alright, healing potion. Not too bad. Not too bad of a drop. Okay. I didn't think I was that close to the junction, at least not yet. By the way, other earth spells that you could use here that don't end up crashing the game are Rolling Rock. I think Avalanche is also another spell you could use. Though, again, Rock Shower is the spell you do not want to use. If you use it within this room, the game crashes. I can't stress that enough. I know because I've learned that the hard way multiple times over. And trust me, that's not fun to deal with at all. Especially after such a long journey and a long frickin' trek. You definitely don't want to do that all over again. I know I saw a spirit around here. Where the heck was it? Oh, over there. I think. I'm not too sure. There we go. So really, these Skelebats are really good practice for leveling up your magic attacks, as well as your MP in general. As they're not really much of a threat as of right now. Though they do tend to appear in numbers. So that is something to keep in mind. Oh, come on! How'd that miss? There we go, that's more like it. I did not mean to level up water again, but since we do have water level 19, we now have the spell Exit. What Exit will do is, upon casting it, you will instantly be teleported to the entrance of a dungeon. So if you need to make an escape, feel free to use it. I think what it'll also do is it'll also bring you back to the previous town that you've been to, like back to its entrance. Though don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it can only be used inside of a dungeon. I see another spirit just off the horizon here. And I'm also not too sure if that path leads to the exit or if that's back the way I came. You can't really tell. Sometimes you just can't tell, which is rather unfortunate. Okay. No new spells as of yet, but as I said, we will be getting some new spells soon enough. I really do have a feeling I am back at the entrance of this area. Might as well take it and find out. I'll know for sure after we reach the end of this tunnel. If it's in a very familiar territory, then yes, I did end up going backwards. Which, yeah, that does suck. And I hope I didn't go backwards. I really hope I didn't. That's another thing, too, about Quest 64, is that it's very easy to end up going backwards when you don't mean to. As there's no clear distinction of where you've been, where you're going, and where you have to go. I wish there was some sort of distinction. But sadly, that's not the case. You just have to blindly guess. Alright, again, I think this is the exit. I am not 100% sure on this. This is not the exit. Dang it! I did end up going backwards. Man. Oh well, at least it means I gained a little more experience along the way. So, not a big deal. At least now I know for sure that that was where I came from previously. Like I said, this game just loves doing things like that to you. You don't know if you're going in the right direction or if you're going backwards. It is kind of random in that regard, which is really damn annoying. That's not exactly very good game design, now is it? That's another problem that people have with this game, is just the clear lack of direction. Like trying to figure out where it is you have to go, and you have to essentially guess. Which is very annoying to a lot of players, myself included. But hey, at least the good news is, despite me going backwards, I did pick up on some spirits that I missed. So, not a big deal. Plus, it allows me to work on leveling up my magic a bit more. Of course. I was hoping maybe that would hit all three of these guys at once, but nah, of course not. Okay, one more down. Whack. I kind of wonder how much HP those guys have. It's probably less than 200, like around the 180 range. Though I'm not 100% sure in this regard. Your guess is as good as mine. Of course, I could always look this information up. But even so. Alright. Now that we ended up having a little fun re-expedition, we can now get back to business. Whack. Die. There you go. Okay. Oh, come on. Really? I literally just got out of battle, too. Of course that missed. Why would I want to freeze these guys in place? That'd be too easy, my boy. Way too easy. Alright. Well, that was a fun little side adventure. Okay. I think a clear way you could probably figure out how you can get through this place is just keep going straight for as long as possible until you reach a dead end, and then take the next path to either your left or right, and then follow it. You may end up finding something rather unique along the way, too. There you go. Alright. Let's move on now, shall we? Hopefully we can get out of here within a decent time. Look at me. I'm saying it as if I'm speedrunning this game, which I'm clearly not. Where does that way go? I think to a dead end. I'm just gonna follow this. Keep going. Of course, we got more trouble. It would have been hilarious if that rock would have killed all three of these things at once. That'd be sweet. Too bad that's just not the case. Oh, come on. Seriously? There we go. Alright, let's see where this will take me. I think this is actually the exit where I'm supposed to go. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. We finally made our way out of here. Oh, hello. We have an old friend. Die. Nice. Oh, come on. I literally just got done fighting your freaking relative. Of course that missed. Need to be a hell of a lot closer than that. Phew. Okay, that was pretty scary. Well, not really. It wasn't that scary, but even so, it was pretty dangerous. Alright. Oh, hello. We have another old friend, Mr. Scarecrow here. You're really no threat whatsoever. Get out of my face. Okay. One nice thing about the Scarecrow, despite it being here, is it is pretty easy to end up taking it down with just a few whacks. Uh-huh. Oh, really? Come on. Okay, that's fine. Bye. Really? That one is still alive? Huh. Okay. Fine with me. Just makes whacking you that much more fun. Okay. Let's continue. I think for the rest of this place, we will be encountering familiar enemies, and here's the exit. Nice. Anywho, welcome to this mysterious place. Thankfully, within this area, we won't find any more enemies, so we're basically safe now. So long as we don't return to the main cave. Also, that formation is very familiar. Do not go into the middle of that, otherwise you'll return to the entrance of the blue cave, which is something you definitely do not want to do, especially now. Hell, I don't even know if it's active or not, but regardless, you don't want to do that right now. Let's head in here. You are past Blue Cave now. Did the crossing make you tired? There's not much you can do except to stop here and for a rest. Indeed, thanks. I'll gladly take a rest. Oh man, how I need that, especially now. So you are Brian. Your reputation grows with every victory. My name is Epona. You have the magic jewel, do you not? But only a true magician will be able to use it. It's true. The Elatail book has been stolen. 1,000 years ago, a great war broke out over possession of the book. But no one knew the truth behind the book's power. No one must ever open the Elatail book. For its power is... If its power is released, it will be the end of all we know. That is why the Elatail book must be recovered and returned to its safekeeping in the monastery. Starting from the stone circle in the innermost room, go to the Isle of Skyle in Loch Kildare. There you will find the precious stone of the water spirit. Ask the sorceress Colleen to let you borrow it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to do a little more than that, buddy. Let me tell ya. It's not going to be easy. Anywho, stepping onto that teleporter will transport you to this random boat. Hey, where'd you blow in from? It takes a plucky devil to sneak aboard my pirate ship. A magician, huh? These days, the seas are strange. Waves are tall as the mast, tossing ships around like corks. How are we pirates going to make a living? We heard there's a sorceress who performs magic over the Isle of Skyle. Since you are a magician, maybe you can help us get here to calm the sea. Welcome aboard. You can rest in the cabin till we make port. Great. I'll be doing just that. So, this ship is a pretty big one, too. There are a couple of rooms you can go into. Hey there, shorty. If you want to lie down, go right ahead. What shall it be? Okay, great. I'll do just that. Another save point, which is nice. Let's see. What else can we find in here? Here we have a treasure chest, which is a dragon's potion. What does it do? It fully recovers your MP, which is sweet. And here we have a spirit. Let's upgrade fire. Any new spells yet? I'm gonna say no. Yeah, no new spells yet. I'm amazed you got aboard this pirate ship so easily. Our captain must have given you a pass. Otherwise, you'd been pushing up seaweed right about now. But if you're really a magician, maybe you can calm the sea so that we can seek our next plunder. Of course, I will be doing just that. So, now that we're done resting and gathering everything inside the ship, we've now reached port, and we can now proceed. Welcome to our next destination. Here we have another spirit. Thank you very much. Anything new here? Okay then, guess not. Anywho, we have not only some familiar enemies, but also some brand new ones too. Of course, they're not here right now, but they will be very soon. As far as what those enemies are, what they look like, they're probably some of the most ridiculous enemy designs that you'll see in the entire game. I'm dead serious. They're that freaking weird, to say the least. Goodbye. Okay. Well, over here we have yet another spirit. Fantastic. Seems to be a lot of those on this island. That's a good thing. I think I just leveled up Wind again by accident. Oops. You know what? Whatever. This is fine. Just means I can concentrate on both earth as well as fire for the next spirit level ups. Speaking of which, boom! I'm pretty sure we're going to get everything up to level 20 by the time we're done. Oh, hello. I am the sorceress of Loch Kildery. With that staff, you must be from the monastery, so you can't be a friend of this greedy pirate. He makes me boil every time I see him. He blames me for the rough water on the lake and says it was my fault that the water jewel was stolen. But the wrench who stole it is the one who rules the waves. They say she tossed the water jewel from the stone circle deep into the lake. I'm afraid that my magic can't reach it. When you fight her, try to save your magic for healing. You will need it. Okay, thank you very much for that information. I'll definitely keep that in mind. It seems like the lake is riled up because a priceless treasure was stolen from it. It's a fantastic gemstone filled with the power of the water. What a weak sorceress she is. How can we believe the thief got to the lake bottom? Only a powerful magician could break the barrier and go that deep. Well, you never know. There are a lot of powerful magicians out there who may actually have that kind of ability. Also, this door is completely locked. It'll be locked until we get the water jewel back. So, let's get to it. Let's get to work on reclaiming the lost water jewel. Anywho, we have a couple of new enemies here. First, we have a pixie, and I think that's it. Other than that, there's really no one else. We do have that thunder enemy right here. Yeah, the thunder gel, but that's about it. The pixie is another one of those enemies that you cannot whack with your staff, unfortunately. And you do have to use some powerful magic in order to even reach her. Okay, that wasn't too bad as far as level 3 fire is concerned. Though again, I think regular fire level 1 is the best fire variation of the spell you can unleash. Oof. Okay. Let's try restriction. Of course it missed. Why would I expect anything more? So when it comes to the pixies, you definitely want to try to keep your distance from them as much as possible. That way it's easier to dodge their water attack as they come roaring towards you. Also, I do believe you can return to the ship at any time to rest up and restore all of your HP and MP. And also to change the time of day if you so wish. So it may not be a bad idea to return every once in a while. Okay. Anywho, this place is not very big, as you would expect. The reason why this place isn't very big, I'm not too sure. It is a very small island. And there's not really a whole lot going on here besides a place where you can just rest up. Whack. Please die. Thank you. Okay. Again, that was pretty dang dangerous. Though not the worst thing out there, by far. Anywho, over here we'll have, believe it or not, our destination. And let's level up fire now. Every spell is now up to level 19, and we learned a new spell, compression. I'm not really sure what that does. If I have to guess, based on the name, it will make it so enemies are slowed down, or they are less likely to dodge attacks. So in other words, it decreases their agility. Anywho, say hello to the next boss, right here. Her name is Nepti. I don't believe it. How could a trifling little human like you get through my barrier so easily? Why have you come here? It must be to see me. I possess the water jewel, and it will make me queen of the world. Humans will throw themselves at my feet and beg for mercy. Oh yes, you will too. Oh really? Well, bring it on, sister. Bring it on. Of course that wouldn't work. Anywho, she is someone who you want to essentially use something like that. Okay. So another thing worth noting is if you have to use any sort of abilities that buff your stats overall, the melee attack will nullify all spells, with the exception being the elemental shield. And that's really about it. And yeah, she can just utterly decimate you, which is really bad. But even so, it's not the worst thing ever. You can always just run right back to where she is in the first place. And do so pretty easily too, might I add. Just because of how short this place is. You literally just are a hop, skip, and a jump away back to where you need to go. Plus, other enemies along the way can help you out. Let's try compression. Of course, it did nothing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure compression does lower an enemy's speed. Though, granted, it can only target one enemy at a time. So that is something you need to keep in mind. Alright, that's fine. Let's keep on moving. Of course, we got more pixies. Oof. This is really not a good place to fight pixies at. That much is certain. Damn it. The place has a lot of skinny platforms. Okay, so compression actually shrinks the enemy down in size. Not only this, but it also decreases their attack power. Damn it! So for enemies that are floating in the air like this is where compression is very, very useful if it manages to hit your target. So that's pretty nice. There we go. That was pretty dang painful. Okay. We do have a new rock spell known as Magnet Rock. What that will do is summon a bunch of rocks that'll target a single enemy. And those enemies will be crushed by the rocks. Of Granted, it does cost quite a bit of MP to use, that being 3, and of course there is still the possibility of the attack missing altogether. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure what is the most effective against this freaking jerkwad here. Oh, come on. How did that miss? I'm honestly surprised that that managed to work so well. I don't know if there's any way you can dodge that attack in particular, just by running away. So, your usual tactics of keeping your distance while fighting this boss does not apply here. The only thing you can do is just try to keep your distance if you need to heal, and try to dodge the attacks as much as possible. And when she gets up close and personal, give her a good whack and you should be good to go. She does have a lot of HP though, so that's another thing worth mentioning. I'm not too sure how much HP she has exactly, but I'm pretty sure she has, I think 1200? So that's a lot of HP. Again, I really wish I had level 2 healing right now. Again, at least this does help with increasing our defenses that much more as we continue to fight this jerk. Okay, let's see. Speaking of defense, we do have 60 defense, which is not too bad, not too shabby, considering what we have to go through yet. Mm-hmm. 83%. By the way, this place is one of the few places in the entire game which does not have a map of any kind whatsoever. So the only information you have is just the name of the entire island, which is rather annoying, but whatever. Oh, hello, we have more new enemies. These are the Gardamak? I have no idea what these things are, but they're essentially fish on frickin' pogo sticks. Damn it! Just like with the pixies, they also use that one water attack that can reach an entire arena and just splash across the entire thing. Except unlike the pixies, these are far more dangerous. Jesus! That was a pain in the ass. But I'm glad that it's over. Okay. Well, at least the good news is we do continue to work on our magic as we're climbing up this place. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So really, this boss here, she is a very powerful beast, let me tell you. Her attacks are really strong, and she can nullify any sort of stat boosting abilities that you have, which is really damn annoying. And as the water mage said, you definitely want to save your magic for healing purposes. Though, I think that only applies mostly with it mostly just applies with healing level 2 if you happen to have it. Kinda wish that compression spell would have worked. Oh well. Maybe for the first initial strikes, you really should try to use some sort of magic attacks to try to hit her. Okay. I really hate how this frickin' jerkwad can just undo all the healing I've just done. Plus she has a very wide range. By wide range, I mean she can just walk practically around the entire arena with no sort of penalty whatsoever. Okay. Oof. Of course, soul searching did nothing. Nepti really is quite a powerful beast. She truly is. I don't even know what she is or what she's supposed to be. Looks like some sort of seahorse hybrid with a human skin. I'm not 100% sure on that, but regardless, she is a really powerful being. That much is certain. I'm basically stuck on the defensive. And there's not exactly a whole lot I can do, other than try to heal myself as much as possible. Definitely gonna upgrade my water magic as much as possible the next time I come. Or next time I level up. Maybe until I get healing level 2, which I am so in desperate need of. Excuse me. Yeah. I knew that wasn't going to end very well. Dang it! I really am thankful that I get to come back here again and again. That way, I can return to where I need to be that much more quickly and more easily as well. Another pretty annoying quirk about this place is that it has a tendency to tank the frame rate. At least it does on the boat. Not so much other places for whatever reason. Huh. Weird, no other enemies decide to show up. I'm okay with that. I mean, I kinda am, because it means I get to fight her again that much sooner, but I'm also annoyed that I don't get to level up my magic more. Okay. Damn it! Oh, come on! Quit missing her! Okay. I think what this all boils down to is just keep whacking her until, you eventually defeat her. Basically, you just gotta whack and hope for the best. Or if you happen to have the elemental shield, that just makes things that much easier and better. As you could just say screw her attacks and just, move on with your day that much more easily. Just the thing is with her, it's not exactly easy to do that. It would be nice if I could find a few more enemies or something just to work on possibly leveling up my magic a little bit more. Thank you. That was basically what I was hoping for. Well, better to freeze 2 enemies than none. Oh, come on, really? This is gonna keep failing, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not really sure what is the most effective spell to use against the pixie. I mean, they are a water elemental enemy, but... What the... Okay, that was weird. Oh, of course. I would miss again. That hardly did anything at all, dang it. Another thing I could do is just use food items to, and also healing potions and stuff of that nature to try to tank the boss fight as well. I mean, I could do that. That is another strategy. However, I don't think that's the most viable strategy. Okay, how much HP does this damn thing have? Damn it, of course I missed. There we go, god damn. Damn it, still no healing level 2 yet. Again, I'm not too sure when I'm gonna get healing level 2. It's probably gonna take quite a long time before I can even get that. Probably have to level up water a whole bunch more. Of course, I can always look up and see what it is I need in order to get said spell. In fact, if we do end up reaching a point where I would need to stop for the day, then it may not be a bad idea to look that information up. Okay. Thankfully, as you're exploring this cave, you won't have to worry about enemy encounters, so that's a good thing. As that just makes things that much easier. Also, there are no spirits in here, unfortunately, so you kind of have to... just kind of have to deal with this jerkwad. Okay. Okay, she has 880 HP. So, way less than what I was actually thinking before. She also has the water element tied to her, which, again, that makes sense, considering we are trying to get a water stone from her. Unfortunately, the soul search does not last forever. It only lasts for a short period of time, like only a few turns. And of course, that did absolutely nothing. Damn it. Again, if only I had healing level 2, that would make things a little easier. But no, sadly, that's just not the case. And I don't think I'll be getting that anytime soon, which is unfortunate. Alright, let's keep moving. Perhaps we'll have better luck this time. Who knows? Probably not. Who knows for sure? That would have been hilarious if I managed to get all 3 at once. Just like that. Ha! Nice. The only thing I can really do at this point is just to level up a bit. Just keep on working on that defense of mine. And also keep using as much magic as I can. The only thing we really can do is just to keep going at this frickin' jerkwad again and again. I'm honestly surprised that she spews the same lines of dialogue as if this was your first encounter. By the way, the exit spell cannot be used while in battle, so that is something worth mentioning. Oof. Alright. Damn it! I don't think Ice Wall will do any good here. It was worth a shot. It does deal a decent amount of damage, but really it's not that great of a spell. It really isn't. It does have the potential to freeze enemies in place, though, so that is pretty nice. Though, again, it's really not that not that good of a spell. And I feel like snot's gonna shoot out of my nose if I say the wrong words. I hate that crap so much. Just something that has been bothering me all freaking day today. I don't like that at all. I also don't like these freaking pixies that constantly chime in and try to ruin my freaking day. Come on, really? Really wish that compression would work against these things. I mean, they do. It's just the chances of you actually hitting is very, very low. Okay. There we go. Damn it. I really wish that these stacked afflicting spells also work on bosses. Maybe they do, and I just have had horrible luck with them. But then again, they probably don't. They probably don't work at all, which, again, that wouldn't make sense. Alright, let's give this another whirl. What's also pretty annoying about this place is that the camera also gets stuck on the first piece of scenery very easily, kind of requiring you to push and hold the B button to get it behind you. Okay. Neat. If you manage to dodge this spell somehow, then the spells you have currently applied to you to boost your stats in any way, they will stay applied. They'll stay applied for the turns required. So that's pretty nice. I'm kind of surprised that that didn't kill me right there. Again, I wish I could just dodge this crap more easily, but I can't. Of course. Again, the advice of which that lady was saying with just concentrate on healing. Again, like I said before, only applies if you have healing level 2 available. Otherwise, I guess stay the hell away from her. As that's really your best option, really. Otherwise, I think everything else will go just swimmingly. We'll see. Looks like we'll be getting another chance to give her a good slap very, very soon. A lot sooner than I was expecting, that's for certain. And again, at least it does help with increasing our defense. And also HP as well. Really? How did those spells miss? Okay, that didn't do diddly. Nice. Okay. It all comes down to just whacking her until she dies. Pretty much. If she gets up close and personal in your face and everything. Damn it. And also pray to God you don't miss. I do find it kind of strange how Brian's able to just teleport to the last location where he just where he rested. How is he able to do that despite clearly being knocked out? I don't know. It's weird. The game just loves being weird. Very, very much so. Even to our own detriment, which is rather annoying. Maybe the time of day does have an effect of when enemies will spawn in certain areas. I have no idea. I'm kind of stunned how we managed to get so lucky with not fighting anything. Just trying to get back here. Of course. She would do that immediately. Wish her attacks would miss a hell of a lot more often than they do. I also wish there was a way you could dodge that barrier attack more easily, but sadly, no, you can't do that. The heck was that? I heard some sort of strange noise. I have no idea what that was all about. I guess this is the game's way of punishing you for if you choose to go this route of, trying to balance out your magic and keep everything in sync with each other. Okay. Alright, at least I got one. Damn it! Damn it! How is this thing dodging me so freaking often? God, that took forever. Just to kill that one. There we go. I'm not very sure how much MP is required to, or how much magic... okay, I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, 20%. Still got a ways to go before we can level that up. Of course it would miss all three. Because I just have that kind of luck. Alright. I'm kind of surprised that so many enemies decide to show up now and fight me rather than earlier on. I don't know why that is. There we go. I wonder how good that worked when it came to magic usage. Still at 27%. Okay, so that did help a little bit. Not much, but it did help. Alright, let's give this broad another frickin' go. Kind of surprised that the MP is at 95%, so it's about to reach 50 MP, so that's pretty nice. Again, that can help. Oh, come on. Really? Why did that miss? Yeah, like all three were really gonna hit her. Damn it. Not a whole lot I can do right now, other than just keep whacking and hope for the best. Nice, that was enough to level up magic to 50 MP. I'm surprised that hit her. And of course she decides to come at me now. Why now? I'm probably going to have to work on leveling up my stuff off screen before I can even consider fighting her again for real. Excuse me. That freaking lady, I swear to God, she truly is one of the most annoying bosses in the entire game. And since I don't, since I don't have the spell Elemental Shield, I can't just cheese her. And also, using any sort of, items that boost magic stats, that's not a good idea. As if she hits you with her little dome attack, that will erase the spell immediately upon contact. So, that is kind of lame. Honestly, I feel like the best thing you can do for this fight is just to run. Run around in circles and use Wind Color level 3 if you have it. And also just hope for the best. Increasing your agility is also a pretty good idea, as it increases your chances of dodging the attacks that she has to throw at you. Especially now. If she decides to get up close and personal with you, use that as a time to just simply whack her a few times, and maybe you'll be able to evade an attack or two. Again, what this all boils down to is just running and trying to attack her from a distance as much as possible. And pray that the spells you cast at her actually hit her. Well then, all out of MP, out of magic, out of luck. Of course. Well, it was worth a shot. Like I said, at least it does help with trying to use with your magic usage, as it just means that you're getting that much closer to leveling up your MP. Not only this, but I think the more you use your magic, the stronger it'll become. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is how it works. Then again, maybe magic doesn't really have much of a stat whatsoever, and it's based on certain factors. Not sure what those factors are, but it is something. God damn it. Oh, come on, really? Thank you. The only thing we really can do is just keep leveling up our magic as much as possible. Eventually we'll get to a point where we'll be able to heal more than what that frickin' jerk could deal as far as damage is concerned. Eventually. Though not right now, though. I can't believe I said though in the same sentence. Goodbye. I wonder how much more it'll take to level up my magic again. Well, I did get enough experience to level MP up to 51, so that's pretty nice. Okay, 42% is not bad. Not bad at all, especially considering what we've been through. Alright. All healed up when it comes to magic. Let's give this another go. I'm also not sure if Magnet Rock will be of any help here. It could be. As it does, oh, come on, how did that miss twice? Screw it. I've got no choice. I gotta whack her now. And I'm probably not gonna hit her at all. Okay, never mind. Managed to hit her once. Yay. I don't even know how I managed to dodge all three of those. .22 is not that bad when it comes to damage output. No, I'm not sure if that was very effective at all, really. I feel like Wind Cutter level 3 is probably the more effective spell to use. I honestly wish that the healing doesn't cost so much frickin' MP to use. Sure, it's only 2 MP and it's not that big of a deal, but it does add up over time. Especially when you keep getting hit by every attack that there is here. Again, not a whole lot I can do because you can't really counter this frickin' bimbo's magic. Also, hello, Shawaria Mox. Welcome to the stream. As you can see, I'm clearly getting my butt handed to me by this frickin' seahorse princess. Whatever the hell she is. She's a jerk. She has the water stone. And I've been trying to fight her for, like, the past hour. Okay, maybe not an hour, but more like 30 minutes. The problem with her is that her melee attack, of course, is the most deadly, as expected. However, her other attacks are also just as deadly, if not more. Even though I did receive some advice from the water spirit on this island, her advice was not the most useful of advice. She advises that you concentrate primarily on healing yourself during the fight, but I can't really do that because I don't have healing level 2 yet. And that isn't going to come into play for quite a while. Not until I increase water's power that much higher. I'm not sure how much higher it needs to be, but regardless, it needs to be really dang high if I want to be able to get access to that spell. Which I may end up trying to do off-screen. That way, I don't turn this into a frickin' grinding session, which this turns out to be just that. Even though we did get quite a bit done today, we still have a lot of other things to do. Another very annoying quirk about this jerk is that if she hits you with her melee attack, then she erases all buffs that you have applied to yourself. So that is also really damn annoying. Meme 64. Funny, because that's exactly what's going on here. Really? The only thing I can really do right now is just hope for the best when it comes to this fight. Especially when it comes to dodging some of her attacks. God damn. Again, at least it does help when it comes to increasing our defense. It's still annoying that this keeps happening, though. Especially when she gets up close and personal, up in your face. There's literally no way to dodge her. Except just pray that you end up magically dodging the attack somehow. Okay. Ow! God damn it, man. I hate that shit. You literally can't dodge all three unless you're able to see all three coming at you. God damn it. Of course that undid the healing I just did. Can't dodge these frickin' bubbles of death. Hardly ever. And every time they hit, they deal at least 10 damage. Just end me. Thank you. I'm not sure if there's anything else really worth mentioning about that frickin' seahorse witch. Other than the fact that she's really damn annoying. And also has incredibly powerful attacks. She also can tank a lot of frickin' hits. Like nobody's frickin' business. I mean, holy crap. Have you seen her HP? She has 880. Which, that is a lot of frickin' HP. How much HP do these things have? That I kind of wonder. It is nice that I am dealing over 100 damage per whack, but wish it was the same with my magic too, but no, of course not. It's never that easy. Let's see, 57%. That's not too bad. Not too bad when it comes to increasing my spirit level. Just wish I could work on that a little more quickly, as opposed to having to keep doing this again and again. Wow, nice. Managed to dodge that somehow. I honestly don't even. Damn it! Always undoes the frickin' healing I do. I really don't know what else to say here. She's an annoying frickin' witch who just refuses to goddamn die. How is it that only 2 of those fireballs hit her? Okay. Yep. Healing undone. Again. Again, I really wish I had healing level 2. That way I don't have to deal with this bullshit. Just constantly getting freaking barraged. Getting hit all the time. You literally can't dodge that attack. You can't. Ugh. I guess we'll just be stuck here for the remainder of time. Not. Nah, it's not gonna be like that. No way. Again, the only thing I really have to do here is just keep on grinding again and again. Eventually, I will be able to defeat her. It's just going to take a lot of frickin' time. And also a lot of frickin' work, too. Of course that missed. Can't have nice things in this game. Huh. So Ice Wall could also make it so enemies can't move. Interesting. But it's also very inaccurate. Just wish that Ice Wall would deal more damage, but no, it doesn't. It's not as good as Hot Steam, for whatever reason. Whew! Again, way too close for comfort. Okay. Let's go ahead and try this crap again now, shall we? Maybe this time things will go even better. And hopefully things won't completely and utterly mess. We'll see. We'll most definitely see. Okay. I thought I had more magic than I did. I guess I didn't fully restore it. Damn it. Of course. Just end me, please. Like I'm really gonna stand a chance against her. At least not right now. Not until I could get frickin' healing level 2 or some other really powerful spell. Maybe Avalanche would be really helpful here. Oh yeah, most definitely, if it manages to hit her. Who knows. Again, the only thing we can do is just keep on working on leveling up. Okay. Figure I'd try something and see if it would work. Work. Go. I'm probably going to end up hopping off of here very soon. And the reason why is because it is getting kind of late. And I'm not too sure how long this play session has been going on. Though the timer does say 2:25, that's not how long the stream actually went on for. Because, believe it or not, I had some technical difficulties where the internet literally just cut out. And I had to restart the entire stream in order to even get my internet back. So, that sucked. Okay. Of course you would do that. Really wish she wouldn't do that, but alas, it is what it is. Kind of surprised that none of those spells hit me there. Damn it. Come on! Quit missing! I wonder if that melee attack does piercing damage, as in it always deals the same amount, kind of, no matter what. Same with all of her attacks, for that matter. Damn it. I can't do anything, I swear to God. Okay. Okay, that shouldn't have been done. not really a whole lot we can do here when it comes to this frickin' boss fight, other than, again, just, run around and hope for the best. If you try to use any sort of stat boosting magic, it's just gonna get erased immediately after getting in contact with this frickin' jerk. Yeah, this is literally not getting us anywhere. So, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and end today's session, as I clearly need to do some serious grinding in order to even stand a chance against her. Which, it does suck that it has to come to that, but unfortunately, that is the way it is. So, with that, I'm just going to go ahead and end things here for today. This is General Snivy with the Quest 64 playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. Next time, hopefully we'll be able to get that frickin' water stone back from Miss, little seahorse queen, and hopefully we'll be able to continue on this mystical quest. Here's hoping. Anywho, again, thank you all so much for watching, hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all on the flip side.